everyone, I'm here with one more informative video. So this video is not for subscription. You don't have to like this video. I just want you people to share this video how much ever you can. So by now you would have got to know about this Saathaankulam incident. This Saathaankulam is located in the southernmost part of India, in the district of Tuticorin. Two men from Saathaankulam lost their life in police station, and I am making this video only on the basis of evidences collected from their friends and families and the neighbor people who live around their house. The name of the two men are Jairaj and Phoenix. Phoenix was the owner of a mobile shop, and this person Jairaj, he was the owner of a furniture or wood shop. So before getting into this video, I just want you people to know why only international news, news about George Floyd, why only such news are becoming as an international issue. Why not a issue which is happening in a southernmost corner of India? Actually, to be honest, this issue which has happened in Saathaankulam is much more terrible when compared to George Floyd's issue. Okay, now I'll start with exactly what happened to these two men, Phoenix and Jairaj. Okay. So these two men, they were the residents of Saathaankulam. So Saathaankulam is a place in Tuticorin district, and Tuticorin is located in Tamilnadu. Okay, so now exactly what happened to these men? These men, they were leading a normal life, a lower middle class people. They were doing their daily routine job. We all know, in this pandemic, in this lockdown, the shops has to be closed at 8 o'clock evening. So 8 p.m. So the mistake of these two men was they didn't close their shop exactly at 8. They closed their shops at 8:10. And this was the biggest mistake. This was considered as the biggest mistake from the side of the police. Police consider this mistake as a bigger than a rape or murder or anything. So normally what happened will, 8 o'clock, police will they start their patrolling at 8 o'clock, and all the shops has to be closed before their patrolling ends. So these people were closing their shop, and police just heard a voice from the back, someone was telling, everyone has opened the shop, why only me? Why you are pointing out me? This was the voice heard to the police, but police was unknown. They were not aware of the voice, from where it is coming. Police got the information that this statement was given by Jairaj. And next what happened, police came to the Jairaj shops and he took him to the police station. So there, after hearing this news, his son Phoenix, he rushed towards the police station and he was asking what happened to my father and why you took him to police station. A person accompanied Phoenix his name was Manimaran. He was an advocate and he was also a friend of this Phoenix. So by the time when this conversation was happening, this police started attacking their father. They started beating him. They pushed Jairaj towards the wall of the police station and they started hitting him like anything. And by seeing this, Phoenix started asking why are you doing this? And he pushed the police back. So that policeman's ego got hurt because of this, because how can a normal man can hit a police? But honestly, he didn't hit, he just pushed him. But this was taken in a wrong sense by the police, and he started beating this person also. Phoenix also started getting beatings from the police. The same thing happened to the Phoenix. Even Phoenix was also pushed towards the wall and they started beating him too. So this was the only eyewitness of this incident was Manimaran, the advocate. So what Manimaran did now? As an advocate, what he could do? He was shouting like anything. He was telling this is wrong, you could not do this, this is offense, this is illegal. I could go and complain to the human rights, every possible thing he tried. But police didn't hear anything. They just pushed him out of the police station. They shut the door, and after pushing him out, no one was aware what happened inside police station. So whatever I'm going to tell further, everything was the statement of the people who lives 500 meters away from this police station. Okay, so on the same night, these two people, Phoenix and Jairaj, was taken to the terrace of the police station. And why they took these two people to the terrace? Because they don't have any CCTV cameras. In the police station, they have CCTV cameras. So they took them to the terrace, and a terrible thing, I can tell, a horrible thing was happened there to them. They took a lathi and they inserted it into their back holes. So by telling this, I'm feeling very awkward. I don't know how they have felt while experiencing that. We can't even imagine their pain. Okay, so this was happened on the day when they got arrested. Okay, so on the next day, they are supposed to produce these two men in front of the magistrate. So they are supposed to take them to the magistrate. So what they did at that time is, they are not Actually, police are not supposed to take the victims in any individual's vehicle. They are supposed to take the victims in their own vehicle. Victims are supposed to go to the court in the government vehicle. Let them be a CM or PM or anyone, any VVIP, VIP, everyone should be taken. If they are victim, if they are considered to be a victim, they has to be taken in only in government vehicle, not in any individual's vehicle. So what this police did is, they didn't take them in the government vehicle. They asked the Friends of Phoenix to arrange a vehicle with cotton. Yes, cotton. They asked Friends of Phoenix to arrange some amount of cotton. And why this? Because these two men, Phoenix and Jairaj, was bleeding from their back like anything. Like I told you what happened to them, what these policemen had did to them. Because of that, their back was bleeding like anything. They has to change their dresses like 3 or 4 times a day, because it will become completely wet because of their blood. So they asked them to arrange a vehicle with some amount of cotton, and even their friends did that because they just wanted them to come out. Okay, so these peoples now they were taken to the magistrate, judicial magistrate, and what this magistrate did is, he didn't examine the case properly, and we all know this was the pandemic situation, and because of the social distancing, magistrate didn't even go closer to them. He just announced this remand at the distance of 50 meters. So he didn't examine the case properly. He just announced his sentence on the basis of the cases and FIR filed by the police. And now, what are all the acts, under what act the case was filed? The first act was Disaster Management Act 2005, and the second act was Epidemic Disease Act 1897. These were the 2 acts under which these cases were filed. And okay, these were the 2 acts. So under which sections these cases were filed? IPC 198, IPC 269, 294B IPC. So these, and one more IPC is, one more penal code is 353 IPC. So these were the sections under which the FIR was filed. Okay. So one more thing, the major thing here, the magistrate, he didn't see, or this was happened unknowingly or knowingly, we are not going to talk about that. But one more major thing is Criminal Procedure Code. This is a thing which has to be seen, meaning under this Criminal Procedure Code, this was a rule which was made now because of this pandemic, because inside the jail also they has to maintain this social distancing. For maintaining that, what Supreme Court was announced is, the victims who are remanded less than 7 years, they can be released. They don't have to stay inside the jail, only to maintain social distancing. So now we'll come again to this Saathaankulam case. So the cases filed on these 2 peoples, if we see all together also, this is not worth more than 6 months. So when Supreme Court has told the victims who are remanded lesser than 7 years, they could be released, then why these people were arrested? Why police arrested these peoples when their cases, the cases filed on them was only worth of 6 months? So this was the first question raised by all the magistrates, all other magistrates, and all advocates. Okay, and this magistrate announced he remanded them. They were taken to the sub jail. They were not taken to the sub jail of Saathaankulam. They were taken to the sub jail of Kovilpatti, which is 108 kilometers away from Saathaankulam, when even they have sub jails in their own place. So why these people taken to the Kovilpatti sub jail, which is 108 kilometers far away? So this was the second question. So the reason told by the police for this is, they don't have place in those 2 sub jails. So because of that, they has to take them to the Kovilpatti sub jail. So the reason told by the police for this is, they don't have place in these 2 sub jails, so they were forced to take them to the Kovilpatti sub jail. So this was the reason told by the police. Okay, now they were remanded and they were taken to Kovilpatti sub jail. Okay, now any victim who is entering into the jail, it is the duty of jailer to check the victim top to bottom. But this Kovilpatti sub jail's jailer, he didn't do that. We don't know what exactly happened, but he didn't check. He didn't do anything. He just allowed them inside the jail, and they were just staying there. And after this, after 3 days, these 2 people lost their life. And the reason told by the police is, one person, Phoenix, was died because of the heart attack or some like a chest pain. And one more person, his father Jairaj, he died because of fever. So this was the reason given by police. Okay, so the next question raised is, this was not my own questions, this was the questions of magistrates and other advocates. Okay, so the next question is the basic rights. Any person who is considered to be as a victim, he or she has a basic right of having their own advocate along with them. But this person, this Manimaran, who was accompanying this Phoenix in the beginning, he was not allowed to stay along with these two men. So here they were not allowed to have their basic rights. So this should also considered to be as an offense. And the last thing, as I already told, these two men, they were not taken to the magistrate's house in the government vehicle. They have asked their friends to arrange an individual vehicle, and these two men were taken to the magistrate's house in that individual vehicle, not in a government vehicle. And this is also an offense. So I have already told, a victim, he might be a CM, PM or any VIP, VVIP, he or she has to be taken to the court or to the magistrate's house in the government vehicle, not in their own vehicle or in not any individual vehicles. So all these were the questions raised by advocates and magistrates. So now this completely depends on you people. You have to share this how much ever you can. So everyone has to know about this. Everyone has to know like what is happening in their own country. So this has to become an issue, because this idea should change. Like if only something happening in America, or if only something happening to any celebrity, only that will become an issue. So this thing has to change. So I don't want you people to subscribe to my channel. I don't even want you people to like my video. I'm just requesting you people to share this video, to spread this news. Thank you.